Hi, my name is Lyndon Lisitsa with Renterra, and today I'm going to guide landowners through the process of signing up onto the site and getting to the point where they can post their land as being available for rent. So, first things you would do once you're onto the website is you'll see a big tab that says Sign Me Up. Just below that you see two buttons. One says I have land to rent, and the other one says I am looking for land to rent. Now, as a landowner, you would simply click on the button that I have land to rent, and then go below and you'll see there's a couple tabs for your first, last name, and your email address. And click Next. After you click the Next button, it brings you to this page here, which is the sign up sheet. And as you see, there's already some information that is inputted here. Says that you're a landowner, would have your first and last name and your email address. The rest you just simply put in your address, as well as your city or town that you live in, and your province. The next field you put in is your postal code. Once you enter in your password and confirm your password, you simply hit Create Account. The first screen that you're brought to is My Land, and this is how you add a listing. So you simply go on to the Add a Listing tab at the top right here, click on that, and you come to this page. It's the Create a Listing page. Now the first box you're going to see says Listing Title or Field Name. Now some people name their fields, some people don't, but if you do name your field, and whether it's a numerical system or you actually have a name for your field, you can add it here and it will identify that when you're developing your auction. So we'll just call this listing Lindens. Now the next one is the legal land description. So this is the legal land description number of your quarter section. So you would simply, and I'll just develop one here. And when you add your legal land description here, you'll see that it comes up onto the map over here. And this one is just located to the southwest of Regina. And you zoom in, and that's the particular piece of land that's available for rent. The next box tells the farmable acres. If you have 160 acres it's able to farm, I would just enter 160 acres in here. If there's a bit of bush on your land or something and there's maybe only 150 acres of farmable land, you just simply type in the amount of farmable acres and you're done with this portion. So the next boxes you're going to see, if you scroll down a little bit, is chemicals. And this is the chemicals that were previously on your land over the last year, so the previous year's inputs. And the way it would work, if you have, for example, Roundup you've used in the last year or that was applied to the land, you would simply type in here, Roundup. As well, the application rates that were put on in the previous year. So, and this would be for the total year. So as an example, if you put 1.5 liters of Roundup on in the previous year, you just type in 1.5. If there's additional chemicals that were used in the previous year, you would simply hit the plus sign here, and it will add another field where you can sign on additional chemicals and the application rates. In the box below that, it's very similar, except this is for fertilizer, and you just basically list the fertilizer that was applied in the previous year. So I again will use an example of nitrogen was put on, and the application rate I'll just choose 110 pounds per acre. If you put on phosphorus or phosphate in the previous year, you just type it in here and the application rates again. And the previous year's crop and yield. So again, these fields are just to give farmers more information as they go through the auction process. And the more information that you can give them on the quarter section or the land that you're renting, the better it is for the farmer from their perspective, so they get a sense of what the land is like. So we'll just do in the crop type here, we'll just type in wheat, and we'll say there was 65 bushels an acre in the previous year. And then we'll say, well, before that there was canola, and the yield was 45, and then we'll say barley, and the yield was, say, 70. And after you do that, just pay attention to the years over here. So this would be 2013, 2012, 2011 is the dates that are in there, and then you'd simply go to create an item, and you're done. And if you look here, you'll see listing titles, Lindens, the legal land description, and that's it. So that's very simply how to add a land listing on the renterra.ca website. Thank you.